Alright guys, I'm Sergeant Alpha and welcome back to another episode of LSPDFR. Today I'll be using the North Carolina State Highway Patrol 2011 Dodge Charger again. I know my last episode I said it was a 2009. I got that mixed up because I have several different year Dodge Chargers in my game. But this is a 2011 and today we'll be running traffic and some callouts that the Highway Patrol will respond to. And for the most part, we're going to be looking for some of the major speeders. If you're not going too fast over speed limit, we won't really worry about it. And if they have any flags on their car. I'll be using my usual scripts, and I also installed the search warrant like I mentioned in my last episode. So I'll try to show you those, and that car right up ahead in the left lane is wanted. So we're going to try to catch up with them and stop them. And looks like they're going at a pretty good rate of speed. So once we get caught up, we'll deal with that. And another script I installed was the Early Way script, and what that is it allows you to get around traffic a little bit easier because it adjusts how the cars react to your lights and siren. We're going to go ahead and flip this car in front of us and try to pull them over. And we'll go ahead and mimic them the rest of the way out of the lane. And that should be good for now. And we'll go ahead and look up their information, make sure that they are wanted. And the reason that the background to the computer says San Andreas State Park Ranger, in my last episode I had this Charger in the Park Ranger slot, so that is why it does not say Highway Patrol. Alright, so it's coming back that the vehicle is insured. He has 3 citations, or she rather. I've been stopped 3 times, and that she has an active warrant. So we'll go ahead and cross-check that in the pedestrian database. And saying that her license is expired now and that she has an active warrant. So we'll go ahead, try to get out and have a talk with her. So we try to put a weapon away without activating the passive radar.
Hi.
And we'll see if the registered owner is driving and go from there. And it is the registered owner, so we're going to see if we can have them step out. And they're going to get out on the other side because of how close we were to the wall. So just so we don't get murdered here, I'm going to place a barrier, and we'll have to respawn our car later, and try to arrest, which with LSPDFR, one of the bugs is if you don't pull them out of the car and arrest them as soon as you ask for their ID and you go back to do something else, sometimes you have to either ask for their ID again or arrest them at gunpoint like I just did. So we're going to do a quick search with the search warrant. And she has a grenade and a box of condoms. Not sure why she would need a grenade and a box of condoms. That's an odd combo, but okay. And we're going to go ahead and call a prisoner transport.
Assistance required for a suspect placed under arrest.
And try to sit her down here on the road to where she won't be following us. Or our prisoner transport's here already, so we'll just let them take her. And we will do a search of the car. And again, the search warrant, you just press one button and it does the whole car search for you. And once you're done, it pops up a little window telling you what you found in the car or on the person. So it's a little bit easier, and you don't have to go around and manually search the car on all sides of it. So from now on, I'm going to be trying to use the search warrant to do any kind of searches I have. So on top of her hand grenade and box of condoms, she had a machete and I Heart Liberty City t-shirt, knuckle dusters, and what that is in Grand Theft Auto is brass knuckles, suicide vest, a pound of marijuana, 4 grams of cocaine, and a forged ID card. So she was definitely not up to any good. That's a good thing we stopped her before she could do something pretty bad. And we're going to see if we can get a tow truck out here for her car. Sometimes my towing script works, sometimes it doesn't. And if it does, since we're right here on the highway, it's going to be a nightmare anyway. Which I don't believe it will work. I tried to record this episode earlier and LSPDFR crashed a couple times, so I went ahead and reloaded LSPDFR and started over, so I don't believe the towing script will work now. So unfortunately, I'm just going to have to leave that car there and spawn myself another car.
All units, citizens report a civilian in need of assistance
And
Santiago Ski Mountain Range.
And we'll go ahead and set up right about here. And we'll focus in the opposite direction this time. And with my next episode of LSPDFR, we'll probably do another department for their patrol, and I may use an unmarked car, or I may just change up my textures altogether and do another department. And I have installed a couple new textures for those whenever I saw some with textures for all the cars I have. So if you'd like to see another texture on my cars in some other episodes, just leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll try to change up to what you guys want to see. And right now we're not really getting any speeders or flags on the cars. Right now everyone's really going under the speed limit. So if I don't get anything with the next car or two, I may go ahead and try to move on down to another spot. And 74 on the Nemesis, just because we haven't had anything for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and stop him. He's not speeding too bad, so depending on how it goes, we may let him go with a warning. Just I didn't want to be sitting there for a while and not have anything going on. And we're slowly gaining ground, looks like. It's one of the problems about starting from a dead stop to catch up with cars. It takes you a minute to catch back up with them. And try to ease off the gas a little bit in case he brake checks us. We don't just send him flying. And it doesn't look like he's wearing a helmet either, so looks like he's just wearing a hat. So we'll get a ticket for that as well. And I did not mean to mimic him through the guardrail. We're going to see if...
Dispatch calling Unit 7, Lincoln.
No, he's going to be bugged out now because he's inside the guardrail. That is one thing about mimicking bikes. You have to be careful of any surroundings, because it is easy for them to get knocked off the bike and mess it up. So we'll just sit over here and run radar in the opposite direction again. And look for any callouts that we might respond to. Yep, okay, there's another nemesis. Again, he's not speeding too bad, but since we messed up our last traffic stop, I'm going to go ahead and stop that car. Or motorcycle, rather. Alright, we're gaining ground again. We're going to catch up to him around the exit to Grapeseed, I believe. And once we get behind him, we'll stop him, run his information, see what's going on. And again, he's not wearing a helmet either. So, since our last traffic stop, bike ran into the guardrail and bugged out, we're just going to leave him there to look up his information. Jason Austin has no insurance according to our check. His license is expired. He's been stopped 2 times with 2 citations and no active warrants. We're just going to do a quick cross check. And with the radar, we didn't get any flags for no insurance or expired license. So I'm just going to do a check through the plate checker.
Target license plate 43 Young X-ray Tom 9.
Alright, now we have
Proceed with caution.
Flags for both. So we're going to go ahead and he's going to get a citation for several things if he doesn't run on us.
Hey.
And make sure it is the registered owner. And it is. So we're going to go ahead and try to cite him. And it will be, I believe I normally use 150 for expired license. We'll give him another 100 for no insurance, and do 50 for no helmet. And since he's going to be getting 3 citations whenever it pops up, we will list it as other. And once we're done with the ticket writing animation, we'll get back to our patrol. And set up, and again we'll try to do the opposite lane this time. Actually, no, we're going to stop this car here. I don't know what that was about. Alright, and since there's not as much traffic right now, we're going to try to mimic them over to the other side of the road. And no, don't hit that car, don't hit that car. Okay. And a little bit more. I knew it was going to happen. I was trying not to let it happen, but it happened anyway. Hey, Jesus. This is just going to be a mess because I can't get over any further. Alright. They got around him, so we're going to see if we can mimic them again. Don't believe it will let me. No. So we're going to have to do the traffic stop here. I'm just going to try to wrap it up as quick as we can. It's insured. License is expired, no active warrants. Stopped 2 times with 2 citations. And cross check real quick. Was that the registered owner? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and jump out really quick. Try to wrap up this traffic stop. And go from there.
Hi. Give them.
Registered owner, so we're going to issue him a citation for reckless driving, since he was swerving around a little bit back there. I don't think he is drunk or I do a breathalyzer. I just think he kind of was planning on doing a U-turn and changed his mind. If he had been swerving as we came up behind him, we definitely would have done the breathalyzer, but I don't think there's any need for that. And so we're not holding up traffic anymore. We're going to go back out of the road and see what else we can find. And move our radar back over to our other side. Felon. No, it popped up red that he's going 70 miles an hour, but I believe the speed limit through here is 70, so not really going to enforce that. Or just because most of these bikes I've seen tonight haven't been wearing helmets, we're going to catch up to these bikers, and if one of them's not wearing a helmet,
report an assault on a civilian on East Joshua Road. Respond code 3.
It's out here in the wilderness, and there's not really any units that would be close by, so we're going to go ahead, break from catching up with the bikers and see if we can do anything about this hostage situation. I'm just gonna roll code 2 so they don't hear us coming, and try to do anything crazy before we can get there. Alright, there they are there. I'm just going to try to ease our way over.
Christ in heaven.
Okay, he's threatening to shoot, so we're gonna try to get some code 3 back up here.
Backup needed in Grapeseed. Units respond code 3.
And we'll see about going ahead and getting the SWAT team as well. And normally I don't like requesting SWAT just because they almost never show up. But
we have a code 99.
okay, he shot at her, and luckily I think he missed or just grazed her. He's still shooting, and he is down.
We are code 4. No further units required.
And the victim is just running off there, so I believe she's okay. And we're just gonna leave it from there. There is our SWAT and all our backup units that came to help. Since the Dodge Charger is in the SUV slot, if I do call for SWAT and they manage to show up, most likely they will be arriving in the Dodge Charger. So if you see 4 or 5 cops piling out of the Charger, that will be why. Later on in some episodes, when I change up my cars again, I will probably put a SUV back into that slot so it will look normal again.
Citizens report a possible stolen vehicle in Santiansky Mountain Range.
Okay, so we're gonna turn our lights on so we can try to get across traffic here and catch up to this stolen vehicle. And it should be pretty close to it. I believe it's gonna be on the right here. No, it's saying we're losing the signal, so we're going to turn around. It probably went up to the right. Our signal's getting stronger again, so we went up this way. And we're just going to have to try to see if we can find it. Should be pretty close with how strong our signal's getting.
Attention
And
all
it looks like
units.
this is it
We
right in
have
front of us.
possible 148.
And he's going to be running. And turn on siren, and he is all over the mustard there. Gonna run straight through the intersection. See if he can get the rest of the way through without getting hit. And he's just taking a very slow time about it, so no, he's gonna take off on us again. I would say we were going to pull him out, but as soon as we stepped out of the car, he took off. Don't kill the biker. Do not kill the biker. No, don't kill. No. No. Alright, so we're in front of him. He's not going anywhere. We're gonna try to get him out.
Don't make me shoot you!
And alright, he's giving up. We're going to detain him, move him off to the side of the road, search his car, and search him, and then we'll call a prisoner transport. Jimmy Black, and go ahead and see if we can look up his information too. License suspended, no active warrants, although he will have one now for stealing a car. Well, not warrant, but he would have. And traffic is just being all kinds of crazy right now, so we're going to try to wrap this up pretty quick before it gets any worse. Do a quick search of him.
Oh, man!
Found a baggie of marijuana. And we'll come over here and do a quick search of the car. Come on, search. There we go. Just a minute, quit playing bumper cars.
Attention Unit 7, Lincoln 20. We have a traffic alert for breaking and
I'm
entering.
not going to respond to that yet just because I know what I'm going to have to deal with. Alright, in his passenger side, he had several cell phones, portable pill press, sawn-off shotgun, partially eating up an Adam burger, wire cutters, and a laptop. So, again, he's up to no good. Same with our first traffic stop. So we're just going to try to get a prisoner transport for him.
Backup required for a suspect placed under arrest in
And
Great
so I can try to stop these cars from just repeatedly crashing into each other. Let's try to clear out the road a little. Now my car's next to be hit by our own backup. And move over to the side. And just real quick, I'm going to see if I can get the tow truck to respond. Again, it may not, just because it didn't work a second ago. No, it is going. It should be coming this time. There it is right there.
Take care.
So, once it's done being stuck on the AI, it should come over here and pick up the car. And once the car is picked up, we'll go ahead and head back out to our patrol. I think I may have time for one more traffic stop or call out, and that'll be it for this episode. And as always, if there's anything you guys like to see, let me know in the comments section. And if you like my videos, be sure to give me a like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. A couple of my earlier episodes, I noticed after I got done recording them that they cut off a little early, and I apologize for that. The reason is I use a HD PVR2, and there's a little bit of a delay with that. So I try to give myself a little bit of time before and after I start recording to talk. And sometimes I give myself enough time, and sometimes I don't.
Citizens report a motor vehicle accident on
last time I
Union
did
Road.
that, when I was trying to record this episode, I got stuck in the middle of an animation. I couldn't really do anything, so I'm not going to respond to that right now.
Copy that. We are on our way.
Why is... Let's see what if we can figure out when this car was just stopped in the middle of the road back there. May have been because of our lights, but I don't think he had a real reason to. Then there is this bike. So because it looks like GTA's traffic logic, I'm just going to stop the biker for driving without a helmet. And since we don't have a guardrail, we will go ahead and mimic him out of the way. I need to check over this bike. It's saying he doesn't have insurance. He has one citation. His license is valid. Been stopped 2 times with no active warrants. Go back, do a cross check real quick. Nothing. And we will go out and have a talk with him. Same with how I always do my bikers. If he takes off on us, I will try not to hit him and knock him off his bike. And we'll just let it play out until he wrecks himself or we can box him in.
Get up.
Is the owner. So we will go ahead and give him a citation for driving without a helmet.
Citizens reporting a motor vehicle accident in Braddock.
I know it's right there, but it's just gonna be a whole debacle if I get over there and get stuck again. I'm trying to record for you guys, so again, that's why I'm not gonna respond to that. I think that will be all I'm going to have time for this episode. So keep an eye out for when I release my next episode, and I'm trying to stay a couple episodes ahead. That way if something comes up, especially with my current work schedule, I can just go ahead and record and not have to worry about trying to squeeze in time to record with having to work and then still trying to have time to sleep and do anything else I need to do. But since I started this traffic stop, right when I was about to stop recording, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys see me arrest him. Him. His hair was throwing me off there for a second. And the reason I initially stopped him was he was swerving a little bit there. And I just wanted to see if he was drunk, and he decided he was going to take off running on me. And he was drunk. So we have a... For this episode we had a DUI, some warrants, a stolen car, and some bikers not wearing helmets. So a pretty good day overall. And we'll go ahead and let you see the search results. shaved keys, and a bag of shrooms. So everyone I've stopped today's almost has been up to no good. And do a quick search of his car. No, I don't want to do that. Come over. You stop following. You get down on the ground. On the ground. I know you want to. Get down on the ground like you just don't care. And we'll do a quick search of his car, and then I will end the episode there.
That's something new.
I was thinking with trying to stay a couple episodes ahead. Even though I tell you guys if you see something that you want to see different, I'll still do that, but it may be a couple episodes before you really see any results with that. Just don't get mad at me if you do it and I don't implement what you asked me to in the very next episode. Just like I said, I want to be a little bit ahead, and that way I'm not stressing out trying to hit some episodes for you guys. And we didn't find anything in his car but a flashlight, an iFruit 7, pretty much a phone, a bowling ball, and a samurai sword. I don't know what's up with all these odd weapons today, but there you have it. Alright guys, like I said, that will be all I have time for this episode. I hope you like my videos, and if you do, give me a like and subscribe. But I will see you guys next time.
On Sonora Freeway.